All right. We're a minute late. Apologies for being 1 whole minute late. Yeah, I was still setting up. It's currently 7 a.m. here in the UK. So, yeah, it's quite early. So, yeah, apologies for that. I'm just going to tweet, if you don't mind. I'm just going to tweet to say that I'm live. Got some new glasses, by the way. They look very different to me because, obviously, I see myself quite often. But I doubt you'll actually be able to tell I've even got new glasses, to be honest. That happened yesterday. I can see properly again, but you can tell my eyes have gotten worse because when you look at my face in the glasses, look at that. So yeah, that's from doing all the FPL YouTube and staring at a screen all day, basically. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna tweet to say that we're live at the moment. Live now for the hashtag FPL. Ooh. Gameweek 34, yeah. The game weeks just, they fly, don't they? Mental. Is my draft finalised? Well, that is the question, my brother. That is the question. Not yet. I'll show you it in a sec. Bear with. I'm just tweeting to say that we're live, and then I'll be right with you. There we go. There we go. Is that good? Yeah, we're all good. I only got, what? 35, 36, 37, 38. So after this deadline stream, we've only got 4 more to go till the end of the season. Mental. Mental. Here we got Nixie, Geo, Insane Gamer. I'm afraid I don't know that alphabet, but good morning to you too, mate. Freddie, good to see you, Laura and Freddie. Nixie, already said hello to you. Go, 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 go. Interesting. Nice draft, sounds good. Xander, Noble Gent, good to see you, man. Rober, Rayhan. Got loads of people. Good to see you all. Here's my draft then. Everyone was desperately waiting to see. So I'll admit it's a little bit different to my team selection video. So if you watch my team selection video, don't be upset that it's different. I reserve the right to change it. It feels like when you're on your free hit, you're in a very similar position to like the start of the season where you just have complete free reign to, pick whoever you like, because that's kind of the nature of it. So yeah. Good to see you, Utility Massage. It is really early, man. I'm a swimmer, so we can do early mornings. I think Trent has got a really, really good chance of starting, to be honest with you. So there's a few positions here that are really up for grabs. Like I'm probably going to stick with Pope and another Newcastle defender in defence because I don't trust the minutes of the other midfielders enough. I think Aït-Nouri's nailed on. As for Trent, I'm not sure. I'm between 3, basically. I'm between Trent, Sessegnon and Cucurella. The reason I've gone for Trent is because, well, he came on and scored in 19 minutes against Leicester. I think he's almost a shoo-in for that game against Tottenham. If I was Slot, I'd probably start him. I have no justification, really, Utility Massage for picking Trippier, other than I think he's the best footballer. But even then, he's retracted a little bit in the last few years, hasn't he? So yeah, I'm between Trent, Sessegnon and Cucurella as to who actually starts in defence for me. I haven't decided that yet, really. Salah's in as my captain. I think I want Luis Diaz. Palmer and Kluivert. I think I want Palmer in there too. And I think I want Kluivert as well. I think that Man United at home fixture really is one to target. And I think one of the teams that's kind of going under the radar is Bournemouth in terms of free hit drafts because Man United are resting players and Bournemouth are at home. Front 3, I've got Cunha, Raul Jimenez and Isak at the moment. Yeah, mate, I'm worried about Sessegnon's minutes. That's why he's on my bench. And then I've got Raul Jimenez in there as well. And I know he's only played like restricted minutes and the fixtures haven't been the best, but those are his most recent numbers. And I can't say I get excited by those. So another contender for the striker spot is Danny Welbeck for me. Quite like the fixture against West Ham. I think he's going to take penalties. Yeah, exactly the same as me, Nixie. There's like 5 strikers I could pick for that spot. I think Isak and Cunha are nailed on. Then it's between those. Yeah, utility massage. I was the same, mate. And it's why I've gone for double Newcastle defence, because I thought both of them are like as bad as each other for potential minutes. Because Barnes has the form, but then you've got Gordon competing with him. Murphy's probably got less good form than Barnes, but has played more minutes. The more you think about it, the more it's a little bit of a minefield. To be honest, mate, I'm not worried about West Ham playing 5 at the back. I've got to say, I still think Brighton and Welbeck will score. Yeah, I could go Evan Nilsson as well, couldn't I? I could go Evan Nilsson. I like that. Yeah, let's see. I do quite like Evan Nilsson, but then Raul Jimenez is the penalty taker. You know? We have to zoom out. Kaftan, I don't know. I think Gordon could play on either side, really. Who are we looking at? Evan Nilsson, weren't we? I think Muniz is injured, isn't he? So yeah, Evan Nilsson's a solid 90-minute geezer, to be fair. Expected returns per 90, pretty strong, 0.59. Your captain's on Murphy. That is interesting. Rather tempted to go rogue and go for 8 Nori. Interesting. Owen Downs. I've actually made a wildcard draft. Dallo is out as well, is he? Bloody hell. Got on then. We'll make a small change. Have I got enough money for it? No, I actually don't have any money, so I'm going to have to do something else to get him in. I'm minus 0.5 million. Where can I save 0.5 million here then? I think it's going to have to be Bowen, isn't it, if he's on my bench? I prefer Palmer myself. I'm not massive on the Brentford fixture. I just think Forest are going to sit back and defend. Yeah, I could pick a Wovey, couldn't I? Just stick him on the bench. So we're looking at the moment then. It's so bloody hard, isn't it? The thing is, the nature of this free hit is you're never going to have an 11 that you're happy with, like that you're completely content with. It's never going to happen. Why has he got a star next to him as though he's been a player of the week? Thinking about getting Vitor Pereira, I like it. I like it. I see you're not on your free hit, so that's why you're captain of Murphy. Makes sense. I have 2 doubts in my starting 11. Option 1, Strand, Larson and Kluivert. Option 2, Cunha and Semenyo. I'd personally go Strand, Larson and Kluivert, I think, mate. Barnes expected minutes, not a clue. We can have a quick look. We'll have a quick look at predicted lineups together. Right. So this is the predicted Newcastle team, according to Emma Jump the Waves top predictor. So Barnes, Isak, both Barnes and Murphy starting, which I think will happen. But the question is, who gets subbed for Gordon? Don't know. And then have they got? There we go. So here's the Newcastle predictions. So Barnes is 88% to start. Everyone who says Barnes isn't going to start thinks Gordon starts. And then you've got Jacob Murphy, who is 100% to start. I would go for Kluivert over Murphy, I think. Is it wild to start? I don't think so. I mean, Kepa's made my team. He's just on my bench. So that's the way it goes. So here's your goals and clean sheet odds. So teams projected to score the most goals. You've got Chelsea, Newcastle, Wolves, Liverpool, Brighton, Fulham, and Bournemouth. And I guess you could have Forest in there. Top teams for clean sheets, you got Chelsea 42, Newcastle 46, Wolves 40, Liverpool 38, Brighton 34, Fulham 36, and Bournemouth 34. I just think with them being at home, Eddie Howe is back. I just feel like Newcastle are the most likely team to keep a clean sheet, in my opinion. I don't mind Gibbs White, but I just think you can do better. I just think you can do better. It doesn't fill me with excitement. Good morning from Toronto. Good to see you, man. We got 140 people in there at the moment. Thank you very much, everyone. If you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like rating on the stream. That'd be amazing. You leave a like, it helps the stream reach other people, so that'd be great. And if you want to take part in the chat, say hello. All you got to do is click subscribe. Regardless, even if you don't want to take part in the chat, I'd appreciate it if you could click subscribe. I might take the hit and buy a Wobie. I wouldn't take a hit for him, I don't think. Yeah, Newcastle gone up to 46. We'll go back. Where's the clean sheet on? So last updated on the 22nd. So these are quite old, actually. I just believe in Palmer, mate. I just believe in Cole Palmer. I think I'd sell Rashford. Iwobi is lucky. Interesting. And then we've got... Oh, it's the same graphic. What have I done there? Hang on. We're just going to replace this graphic because I have... Is that it? There we go. There we go. So these are the rankings of projected goals. So, yeah, projecting, according to the betting data, the most likely players to score a goal this week. It's interesting, isn't it? So we got Salah, Isak, Raul Jimenez, top three. Welbeck, Jota, but you don't know if Jota's going to start. Cunha, Luis Diaz, Strand Larson. Strand Larson and Cunha are really close to one another, actually. Maybe I should pick both Cunha and Strand Larson. Gakpo's up there, but again, you just don't know. I think Luis Diaz is going to play. Let's just have a quick look. I'm pretty sure Luis Diaz's minutes have been pretty good recently. They have played 90 both recent games. He's actually he's had a good season as Luis Diaz as well. 11 goals set, so 18 attacking returns from 25 starts. He's had a good season. We go back. So yeah, here's what you're looking at. Palmer's up there as well. Jackson, Cliver. You don't see Murphy or you see Murphy towards the bottom. Don't see Harvey Barnes on there at all, which is interesting. Yeah, many Wolves fan pages say Cunha won't start, but I don't know. Yeah, escape artist. I was literally saying that's a way to play it. I'm just gonna have a look to see what they say. See what the predictors say. Brighton, Chelsea, Man United, Spurs, FPL, Black Wolf. There we go. So we're going to have a quick look at this. So FPL Black Wolf is a good source, I would say, of Wolves information. Met Messi by the looks of it. That's pretty cool. So here we go. So this is the latest on Cunha. So increases likelihood of a Cunha start. Pereira. He's our player and he's committed. That's all. He has the mentality to help the team. I don't care about the news. So... Yeah, but the Liverpool fans don't like Trent, but he came on. Because of the links to Man United, mate, that's why. He's obviously negotiating with Man United while he's still a Wolves player, but I mean, he is amazing. Choose one this week. I'd go Cliver, Abbas, Rayhan. Would you start in Mbumo or Bowen? Probably in Mbumo. Cunha starts. Pereira wants to keep. I agree. 5 in a row in top flight. Not there. You go. Thomas Frank. I don't mind it. The thing is with Cunha, yeah, he's really good for bonus. Trent had links for Madrid. He didn't start because he was injured when the links. Well, when when it was almost like when Fabrizio Romano tweeted it, he was injured and he came off the bench against Leicester. I thought there was a real chance that Trent would never play. Would never play for Liverpool again, just with the news and how the fans reacted to it. But he did. Do any score predictions? Yeah, we can do that in a sec. Yeah, exactly. Big Bernard, exactly. I wouldn't disagree with you, Paul. I'm worried about Sessegnon's minutes, and I don't trust how Iwobi is going to perform because he's just a mix. He's a right mixed bag, is Iwobi. His numbers across the season are not terrible, but his numbers game by game are so up and down. Some games he lights the world up, and then he just goes on a really, really quiet run. You know? Yeah. Anyway. Someone watched score predictions, didn't they? Here we go. Only got how many games? Not many games this week because of obviously a blank. So 2 games are not on, I suppose. Chelsea, Brighton. How many is that? 5, 8 games. There's 2 missing, isn't there? Because 4 teams are blanking. So we got Chelsea. I've got them beating Everton 2-0. They're the early kickoff, which is the only thing that kind of puts me off them. But yeah, we got Chelsea winning that 2-0. Brighton, I've got them winning 3-1 against West Ham. In fact, I've got an idea after this. Newcastle 3, Ipswich 0. I reckon they keep a clean sheet. Fulham 3, I do think they concede though to Southampton. I was big on the Fulham defence and then I was like, actually, I think they probably concede. And I got Wolves beating Leicester 3-1. Bournemouth, I think they beat Man United, but I'm going to go 3-1. Liverpool 4, Spurs 0. I think they absolutely thrash them and win the league. That's why I've got Trent at the moment. And then Forest, I've got them just edging it against Brentford 1-0. I think they'll grind out a 1-0 win. Would be my opinion. And obviously Spurs will also likely rotate because it's not really a game they've got a strong chance of winning. And obviously the Europa League is really important for them. So, yeah, I think that happens. Interested in Jimenez? I am, mate. He was in my team 5 minutes ago and then I swapped him for Evan Nilsson. Good morning, Claudette. I hope you're doing well. Your man Harvey Barnes has been doing bits. I think Spurs rotate. Yeah, minimum 2 favourites will fumble. We'll see. I think there will be some surprises, but I can't just predict a surprise. You know, that's the point of a surprise, is that they're not predictable. So I've made my predictions, but I agree there'll probably be some surprises. Bowen or Barnes, the other 10 are locked, just cannot decide who to go for. Do you have Clivert? I'd put Clivert above both of them, I think. Will Isak play 90 minutes? I've absolutely no idea, Shane. No idea, mate. Probably not. I don't know. I think he's good enough anyway to play him. Tobias, the one, I think I'd have Welbeck. Raul's good there. Oh, you could pick all of them. Thing is, I say I'd have Welbeck, and then I immediately thought, I could do with Strand Larson and Jimenez as well. I wish you could pick 6 strikers, because I'd have the 3 I've got and those 3. I think they're all perfectly acceptable picks. It's mad, isn't it? I'm targeting Man United now, and I support them. Barnes captain anyone. We'll see. I'm on what I say trusty. How long has it been since Salah scored? Been a while. 4 games, no goal. But he has put up some pretty epic underlying numbers. It's not like he's dropped off a cliff in terms of data. I just want to pick someone from Brentford / Nottingham Forest because the game is on Thursday. Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, mate, I'm a criminal who has 2 teams. Currently top of all my mini leagues, ranked 17k. Play it safe with definite starters. I do a mix, mate. I've done. I won't captain someone I'm not sure if he starts. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. But we've learned about Claudette and Harvey Barnes. So I think... oh, excuse me. I think she will remain loyal to Harvey Barnes by the sounds of it. So that was a massive yawn then. It is 7 a.m. I'm live streaming at 7 a.m. UK time, so there is that. Right, we're just going to see if there's any info that's worth sharing. So I'm just going to have a quick scroll of Twitter off screen because I'm not going to. If I show my Twitter feed on screen, I'm in trouble. I don't know if you guys have it too, but my Twitter feed is, well, it's a wash of football that will get me copyrighted or, yeah. Leaked FPL team news. Ooh, I'll show you my team on screen. You can't see my team. There you go. No, not seeing much. Not seeing much. Triple tune attack. Cortex, good to see you, man. Thoughts on Mitoma's minutes? I think it could be decent, yeah. You want a Captain Isaac, do you? Interesting. Oh, thank you, mate. Well, I'm just using OBS, and then I literally Googled transitions, picked one off the internet, downloaded it for free, and then stuck it in a. It's called a stinger transition on OBS, basically. Can I show you how it works? Can I show you? Got some insight. Are you going to see double me? How's this going to work? Is that working? Right. Anyway, this is what... Oh, hang on. This is going to be a nightmare. There we go. So this is what I see when I'm streaming. So I've got absolute inception. And then, so basically between the scenes, so if I go from me to like score predictions or whatever, there's a scene selection. And then you have a transition page, and I've got this transition basically. That's how it works. There you go. No, I won't be gymming today, mate. I'm on a taper. I'm racing tomorrow. So, yeah, I won't be doing any lifting today. I might just do some mobility. And that's it. Because I'm resting. I'm racing tomorrow. Quite excited. Although, I must say, as you probably are aware, I've been both injured and ill recently. So I'm not sure where my body's at. But we're racing. We're going to give it a go. Sometimes, when you have low expectations of yourself and put no pressure on yourself, you actually perform the best. So I'm hoping that happens tomorrow. Cheers, dude. Are you certain Trent will start? No. No, I'm not. I don't think anyone can say. There certainly does. In fact, I'm just going to look at the lineup predictions again. If we go back to Jump the Wave, bear with. Let's see what her Liverpool predictions are. So Hungary's Szoboszlai's predicted it. Salah, Jota, Diaz. Always got Bradley starting. Okay. And then Trent's 45. Okay. That's enough for me to swing it, I think. We're there now. Let's see if Emma's got. And then this guy's predicted Trent to start. And he's predicted Gakpo over Diaz as well. So I mean, the predictions are just so. Will Matoma start? Funny you should say that. We're literally on it now. Yeah, all of the Brighton fans are predicting Matoma to start. So I back him. I think Cucurella's a good shout. Here we go. Here's the Liverpool prediction. It's a little bit small on your screen. Apologies. So 63% have got Trent starting. 41% have got Bradley starting. God, that's so close. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of thinking to do there. That's me at the moment then. Probably going to change it 3 or 4 more times before the deadline. Slot made out that Bradley still has to get in front of Trent. Fair enough. Your arms are too big. That's interesting, mate. I don't really train arms, to be honest. Because you don't really need massive arms to swim. So I just tend to train my back and my chest. And then that in turn, I would hope, grows biceps and triceps a little bit. Good morning, Tom. I'm currently chasing, so playing my triple captainship. Thoughts, please, mate. Interesting. Well, I guess if you've already used your free hit, then fine. But I think if you're chasing, you use your free hit and pick players that are not popular. I don't think the triple, unless you've got an 11, of course, then fair enough. If I were to do a differential captain, I think I'd pick Cunha. Most will be on Salah. So the differential captain is not Salah, basically. Well, Wayne, I think Castagna plays, doesn't he? Has anyone done a Fulham prediction? I think Emma's just done the big teams, but we want a Fulham prediction. No, we only just got the big teams. I'll see if I can find you a Fulham predicted lineup. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about Tete as well. Fulham predicted lineup. No one's posted on Twitter a predicted Fulham team at all. There's no trace of a predicted Fulham team. I'm just going to have a look, see what the latest says. No. Let's try Fulham team. So I was just scrolling Twitter off screen because I'm worried what might pop up, and I don't want to be sharing that on a deadline stream. No, I can't actually see a Fulham team, I'm afraid. No worries, Cortex. Tete starts. I think so. Do you really think Cunha? Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I do. Don't you think Newcastle will concede, especially with share a doubt? No, I think, honestly, mate, I think Newcastle have the best clean sheet odds this week of any team. I think they're the most likely team to keep a clean sheet. I really do. Morning, Tom. Not on a free hit and have 10. No, I would worry about going for Jose Sarr, mate, because he got injured in the warm-up against Man United. So I don't know who's going to play in goal for Wolves, I must say. I've just got to blow my nose a second. Bear with. The thing you've got to look at, Mayank, with your question there, I haven't, no, that's not a, I've not said a rude word accidentally there. Look at the fixtures and see if you'd be better off using it later in the season. And if you think the answer to that is yes, and you'd be better off using it later in the season, then I'd save it. Who will make clean sheets, in my opinion? I tend not to use my opinion, really. I'm going by clean sheet odds. I'm going by what the gambling companies are saying, because they are the best predictors, because they make money from it. The Bet365 CEO is the highest paid person in the UK in terms of a salary. And she made that salary by predicting the outcome of largely football games and setting her odds accordingly. So I'm going by their data. I think that's a fair thing to say. And Newcastle are top, Chelsea are second, Wolves are third. Liverpool close fourth, but I think Trent just his minutes. I don't like his minutes. Excuse me. That's how we're looking at the moment. When this stream finishes, I'm going to be watching other streamers to see what they're doing. Should you have a look? Excuse me, should you have a look at FPL Tom's stream, see who he's picked? I'm intrigued. He's doing better than I am, to be fair. So let's go and have a quick look at FPL Tom. Who's he got? Leno in goal. Trent, Trippier, Aït-Nouri. Interesting. Diaz, Mbumo, Salah, Murphy, Isak, Cunha, Raul. Interesting. Interesting. He's 9k overall as well, by the way. 9k overall. What a friggin' legend. That's his team. He's 9k overall, so you should probably listen to him over me, to be honest. Ooh. There we go. There you go. Going double Wolves defense and triple Newcastle attack. Okay. Don't understand going for Palmer. Fair enough. Fair enough. There's just so many options, isn't there? It's so hard. Yeah, mate, Big Burner. They invest more money than anyone in predicting the outcome of football games. So I would just trust their prediction. They're not going to be. No one can. The beauty of football is that no one can predict it. That's why, with any certainty, that's why it's such a popular sport, because it can be so unpredictable. But in terms of who's got the leverage in terms of the predictions, it's the bookies, because they spend the most money on it. We don't have millions to predict, but they do. They can invest in it. I think if I could pick one, mate, I'd go for Murphy. I think, just for the minutes. I think there's a risk that Gordon could play over Barnes. How many points has Palmer got? Are you in 200 yet? No, 194. And Mbumo, mate, is the second highest, I think. I don't understand going for Salah. Bloody hell. Who's broken the FPL point scoring record, mate, and they're about to win the league. Win this game, they win the league. And Tottenham are going to rotate. And also, I don't think the players are going to have this mentality, but Tottenham have the opportunity to stop Arsenal winning the league at Anfield, right? Come on. Mate, if you want to go without Palmer, it's just 1 week. It's not like you're challenging that EO for multiple weeks. It's just one. And I do think there's a genuine case you could go without him. I really do. I would agree. Isn't Virgil a better option than Trent if I'm winning my mini league? I was of that mind earlier on in the week, but then I thought, I think Trent's the one, mate. If you're going for a Liverpool defender, I think Trent's the one. But if you don't want to pick Trent, I just wouldn't pick a Liverpool defender. Well, I do have 2 Fulham players, mate, but I just don't. I don't want don't see how any of them start over my 11 at the moment. I did have Raul Jimenez in there, to be fair. So let's have another quick look then at the data. So if I pick a team entirely on goal scoring odds, my front three should be Raul Jimenez, Welbeck, and Cunha. Oh, sorry, Isak, Raul Jimenez, and Welbeck. Oh, he's way above, isn't he? Is Raul Jimenez? I think I'm going to swap Evan Nilsson for Jimenez again. I think Jimenez is coming back in, ladies and gents. Jimenez is back in. Diaz, Strand Larson, yeah. Palmer's still up there. Clivert. Murphy. You can thank me later. He's good, mate. He's amongst some of the best midfielders for sure. It's just minutes, mate. It's just minutes. I think it's the fixture. Why he's not on that list. I think it's the fixture. There we go. They have even higher odds on Raul Jimenez. Well, let's go and visit Rob T FPL quickly then. Oh, well, he has updated it. Oh, that's annoying. He updated it after I did the graphics. I literally did the graphics at 6 PM yesterday. Oh, well. You'll see that okay. You should be able to, yeah. So these are the latest Rob T FPL data. Yeah, so Chelsea, Wolves, and Liverpool on 40, Newcastle 46. Projected goal scorers. Raul's even higher. Salah's overtaken Isak, or Isak's overtaken Salah, interestingly. Yeah, where is Wood? That's an interesting point. Welbeck and Cunha are pretty much the same. No, activate the free hit, mate, and you will reverse anything you've done. Don't stress, just activate the free hit. All right. No, Forest Brentford markets aren't available yet. Shit, isn't it? See, the game's on Thursday, and Forest have the semi-final? So they're probably waiting until that happens before they define the markets, which is smart. Vardy's up there, interestingly. The more I look at this, the more I'm feeling quite content with my team. The only one there is Harvey Barnes, isn't it? But I do back the Newcastle clean sheet, and I think you can cover off Barnes with other midfielders. Yeah, the more I'm looking at this team, the more I'm feeling quite content with it. That's fair, Wayne. The thing is, though, mate, if you're taking a hit for a defender, the defender you bring in, right? The defender you bring in to be worth the hit, they have to be guaranteed to either get an attack in return or keep a clean sheet. You know, that has to happen for the hit to be worth it. Just don't forget that, I would say. Sorry, guys, I am. Oh, I feel like I've just gone. Well, I have just basically gotten out of bed, but yeah. You're top of your mini league, but chasing overall rank. Really not sure to play it safe or just go for it. Well, just going for it. This is what I think about the concept of just going for it. You don't need a team of 11 differentials. You need 2. You need to pick 2 players in your free hit that are differential. That's all you need to do. Just don't go mad with it. Just have Salah in there. That's all you just have Salah, and then maybe go for someone else as your captain, I reckon. I do think the Newcastle triple up is, they've got the best clean sheet odds, and Isak is the highest for projected goals this week. So yeah, I probably would. Oh, my eyes. Oh yeah, I was wondering. I'd like your guys' second opinion, please. Bear with. You probably didn't even notice, but I got some new glasses yesterday. But I'm just trying to find where I put my old ones. Maybe they're here somewhere. So here we go. Ready? We'll do a comparison. Which do you think are better? So this is pair. This is a new pair. They're very similar, to be fair. This is new pair. This is old pair. Old pair actually. I quite like the new pair. They fit on my face a bit better anyway. There you go. Always got to keep your old glasses though, just in case. Sorry if we already bought it up, but what are your... Mate, there's so much chat. Don't worry. Yeah, I've got... This is mine at the moment. I've not got a Newcastle midfielder. I've gone double defence and Isak. The more I think about it, the more we should probably go for Raul Jimenez as well, because his minutes are going to be good, and he takes penalties. So, yeah. Leno and Livramento, or Pope and Sessegnon with Cucurella and Aït-Nouri. I wouldn't pick Sessegnon, mate. I've got Sessegnon, but he's made my bench. I don't feel confident enough to start him. I don't feel confident enough to start him. Best captain, I think Salah, mate. I think it's Salah. Even though, excuse me. Even though Isak is top for projected goals, mate, Salah has got, how many assists has he got this season? 12? 18 assists. Bloody hell. He's close to breaking Thierry Henry's or whatever the assist record is, by the way. Yeah. And he scores more points for goals as well. So he's got, yeah, you can see predicted goal points is higher. I think Wood is a good shout, yeah. I think there are 7 or 8 strikers you could pick. So you got the 3 that are in my team. I'd add Evan Nilsson to that list. I'd add Welbeck to that list. I'd add Chris Wood to that list. I'd add Strand Larsen to that list. I think there are so many striking options. I've probably missed some as well. And I think without João Pedro in the team, I do think Welbeck should be on Penge, yeah. Can you open that table again, of course? This is top projected goal scorers from Rob T FPL. Would you consider Trip? No, I think Fulham concede. Actually, might be a controversial opinion, but I think Fulham could concede. Gordon over Murphy, fair enough. So yeah, that's the projected scorers. At 8 AM, we'll be live for 2 hours. At 8 AM, if it's okay, I think I'm going to do quiz. Show the clean sheet odds, please. There you go. Yeah, lifting the trophy game, I agree. That's my opinion too. That's where my mind is as well, mate. The lift the trophy game. That's where I'm at. Yeah, I could do some team reviews. We need some likes. We need to get some likes in. Morning, Ben. My team's changed since I sent you mine. Got 290 people in here at the moment, which is incredible. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm just going to check to see. How many likes we have, and then we'll do a little like goal before I do team reviews. How about that? 55 likes. We've got 300 people in here. If we hit 150 likes, I'll do some team reviews. How about that? Mate, the thing is with this free hit is there's always going to be players you want that you can't have. Good morning, /evening. Good morning, Nottingham Viking. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, absolutely, Ben. I got a little bit cold feet on Trent. Cold and goal as the Don, watching from Denver, Colorado. Love it, mate. Are you a Nuggets fan? I saw you've got one of the best basketball players in history in your city right now. Iwobi versus Raul Jimenez, mate. I mean, surely you can see my decision by looking at my team. No offense, but my team kind of answers that for you. Keenan Mackay, good to see you, mate. I'm going to do a quiz in a little minute, if that's all right. 46k, love that. That's all right, Ed. Raul or Bowen? Well, I've got Raul Jimenez in my team, and I don't have Bowen in my team, mate. So that's exactly why I like Clivert, Ben. I had Evan Nilsson in here for a little bit of time as well. But then I thought, nah, Raul Jimenez has got the best fixture, hasn't he? But yeah, that's exactly why I've done it. Down 2-1 to Clippers. I was talking about the NBA with a few weeks ago. I used to watch it like nearly 10 years ago. It's quite sad to say, actually. 10 years ago. But I don't actually know who plays for the teams now. Who plays for the Clippers? Who's their like star player now? They got Kawhi Leonard there? Can you talk a little bit about Newcastle mids? Yeah, I don't know who's going to play, mate. I think Murphy and Barnes will start. One of them is going to get an early sub for Gordon. That's how I see it playing out. Trossard was the one, wasn't he? Yeah, just the minutes, mate. I think one of them gets subbed early. I don't know who it is. They've got Harden as well. Okay. Harden is the stats padder, isn't he? I always saw him as a bit of a stats padder. I didn't actually think he helped his team out that much. He was just an absolute stat padder. Not taking too many chances. Is that me or you? I think this team's pretty safe, to be fair, but I'm happy. Leno and Cucurella versus Sanchez and Robinson. For me, I think I'd have Leno and Cucurella. But I think Pope is the best goalkeeper. Because I just think Newcastle have the best clean sheet odds. I think Newcastle were the most likely team to keep a clean sheet. And I don't like their midfielders for minutes. So for that reason, I've gone double Newcastle defence and Isak up front. Who would you go if you wanted to take risks? Danny Welbeck for one. Bournemouth assets outside of Clivert. I think you could go for some Bournemouth defenders. Midfielders, I don't think there are all that many risks in midfield. I think it's the forwards. There are genuinely 6 or 7 forwards you could pick. So outside of the 3 that I've gone for, you can have Evan Nilsson. It's just so many. You can have Evan Nilsson, you can have Welbeck, you can have Chris Woods, you can have Strand Larson. Yeah, and Mbumo could be a shout. I just don't think they score that many goals against Forest. That's the only thing for me. I think all of the players I have in my... Maybe not Palmer. Palmer's the only one that I've kind of got doubts about. No love for Bruno Gomes, no, mate. I wouldn't pick Strand Larson over Cunha, but I think you could definitely pick the two together. I'm just going to put my jumper on. It's got a little bit cold. Sessegnon worth the risk. Fair enough, bro. And Boomo. I got both Murphy and Barnes. Hopefully they get the job done before one of them is subbed off. We'll see. Isn't the solution to go for Gordon? Well, no, because then he's also uncertain, isn't he? That's why I don't like the Newcastle mids, because I just think they're all uncertain. And I think the most likely way it plays out, I think I just said this, but I think Murphy and Barnes start, but then one of them is getting an early sub for Gordon. Gordon's coming on in like the 58th, 59th minute, something like that. And I think it will depend on game state as to who gets taken out. I don't think you can predict it. That's just my thoughts, though, of course. You think Gordon starts? Yeah, and obviously there is a chance, of course, that Gordon could start, but I'm not sure he does. The thing is, I would only pick a player like that if they either started or didn't feature at all. I wouldn't pick a player that could come off the bench, because that That screws you then, because you at least on your free hit you can pick like a strong bench. But if you're picking players that might be benched and then come on, that's not ideal. Why don't I have goalkeeper? I don't like Sarr because he got injured in the warm up of the last game. That's fair, Andy. I'm believing in Palmer. I'm just not sure about his minutes, Wills. I'm just not sure. I think there's a chance that Bradley could start. Just a chance. Jack, I wouldn't. If I was him, I wouldn't take hits for defenders. But I think if he's missing some of the big players that people have, then he should try and get them in for hits. Like Cunha, I'd bring him in for a hit. Depends who he doesn't have, I suppose. Good to see you, Justin. Next 3 players, Welbeck, definitely. Who else would I consider? I've had Bowen sniffing around. I haven't got him though. Barnes and Murphy, probably. Trent, I just don't trust his minutes. Strand Larson, Evan Nilsson's been in there. Those are the ones I'm thinking about. Mostly forwards. I think I'm nearly locked in my midfield now. How many likes are we on, ladies and gents? Trying to keep up. I can't see on my own stream how many we've got. 85. Wow. I said 150 likes. I'll do some team reviews. We're on 85 at the moment. Just over halfway. What are your thoughts on Cunha minutes risk with Bellegarde? Yeah, there's a bit of a risk, but I just think Cunha's the best player in the Wolves team, so he plays. Yeah, you could do Reece James, but I don't know. I think there's every chance he just gets injured during the game, doesn't it? Yeah, Ryan, but I don't think you can base it off recent games. I think it will entirely depend on this game and like how both players are playing and how it sort of sets out tactically. I think that's how they'll make a decision on who gets subbed. Atlee Foss because he's playing on the wing, but there's a chance he doesn't play, I suppose. But he's gonna probably be third on my bench anyway. So yeah, I don't mind Bowen. Not quite as good as the ones I've got in my opinion, but I don't mind Bowen at all. Salah captain. Well, he's my captain, mate. He's that captain. You could do. I just prefer Salah. I think they're as likely to score as one another, and then Salah has more chance of an assist, and he gets more points for scoring goals. So, it's my opinion. I've gone for Nick Pope because I don't think Fulham are going to keep a clean sheet. You have wildcard and bench boost. What should you do? Well, it all depends on what your team looks like this week. I'll be honest. If your team is terrible this week, you should probably wildcard, I think. And I've made a video. There's a video on my channel around a wildcard draft that you can check out if you wanted to. Yeah. Is this free hit going to be really... That's the question. Is it going to be really disappointing? I don't think Diaz is a trap. No. I think he's got a good fixture. They're about to win the league. They'll win the league today if they win today. You could go for Bowen, but I don't think West Ham have been all that good. And he's not on penalties. Paquetá is the one that takes penalties. Yeah, I'd pick Jota if I was 100% sure he'd play, but I'm not. No, I don't think double Newcastle defence is risky. I think they've got the highest, according to the bookmakers, they've got the highest clean sheet odds this week. Who would you captain if you wanted to take a risk and gain points? Cunha. Gunners go. Good to see you, Amanda. I hope you're enjoying the Southwest FPL group chat. I've not been able to check it as much as I'd like to recently, but yeah, I hope you've been enjoying it. I think it's a tough decision between. I agree. I agree. Which defense combo? Sessegnon and Sanchez, Cucastrella. I think you've done that on purpose. And Leno. I'd go for the second one. Is Wood a good option? Sure. Yeah. He's great. Interesting crew, Ploppy. I would be careful. I'd be careful about taking hits for defenders. Are you committed to not starting Trent? No. I'm pretty sure I won't, but I can't say I'm for sure. Fluid snaps, yes, but it would be this team with like 2 different players. I think I'd have Welbeck and then a different midfielder in there. That's what I'd do. Jemima Unicorn is at 1.5k overall. Well, that's absolutely mega. Only got 2 differences. Robinson over Trippier, okay. Murphy over Cliver. Okay. Fair enough. No, I'm not sure about Palmer, but he's in my team. There's quite a few players I'm not sure about, to be honest. But the thing is, who do you pick instead of Palmer? Like, you reel off to me some other midfielders you could pick. And I will probably think that Palmer is better, in my opinion. Yeah, I think Palmer's better than Barnes. He plays 90. Barnes probably doesn't. Enzo. Don't think Murphy. Don't think Neto. I think Palmer's better than all of them. Personally, I think he's better than all of them. And Mbumo is the close one, but I just think Forest are going to park the bus. I've got a good thing. Pedro Neto better. Claudette, are you on drugs? You had an opportunity to shout out Harvey Barnes then as well. So here's a cool website. Understat. So it's got a league table of maybe interesting. It's a league table of the league, and then you can order it by expected goals against. So the worst defenses are as follows. Why was I saying that? Oh, someone was saying that Everton defend better than Ipswich, which is true. But I think Everton defensively are a little bit worse since David Moyes came in. When did David Moyes? Let's just have a look at the 1st of January. Oh no, Everton really good. 4th best defence in the league for XGC since January the 1st. And they played more games. Ooh. Interesting. I'm tempted to do that. Oh, Tarkovsky's out, isn't he? I forgot about that. Yes, it's Michael Keane. It's Michael Keane. Michael Keane's in defence. I forgot about that. It's going to be Michael Keane. Can't have Michael Keane. Go Cucurella. Would you drop Palmer if you could pick 4 forwards? Not sure. I think it's close between him and Welbeck. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that, Claudette. You've helped me. You've helped me with that. I get your point about easy targets, but I don't get satisfaction from doing easy things, I'm afraid. Your wild card is Bruno Fernandes. Interesting. 63 points behind first in the mini league. No, I pick Isaac. I think I'd pick Isak. I think you make up that points differential over the weeks rather than one. Like you could go, like you could pick Strand last, you could pick Welbeck and Bumo, something like that. Not for me. No, I think Forest part the bus. Jemima Palmer scored 4. There you go. 4 against Everton last year. The Sean Dyche Everton, by the way, who I think were better defensively than the Moyes Everton. I don't like Jose Sarr because he didn't play the last game. Got injured in the warm-up. Is it okay to go with Strand Larsen and Cunha up? Yeah, fine. It does mean you don't have Raul Jimenez, though, who I quite like. Good morning, Alex. I hope you're keeping well, mate. The chat is popping this morning. Got 338 people here at the moment. Keep firing your question in. Sorry, Sam, I missed your question. Leno, Trippier, 8, Nori, Cucurella. Salah, Palmer, Diaz, Murphy, Cunha. Yeah, I think it's great. I'd captain Salah, but I like the team. I would probably start Clive over Murphy if it was me. And I'm just not sure Fulham keep a clean sheet, mate. Isak spotted crying in IKEA. Fair enough. You got pictorial evidence of that? Have to tweet me. No, mate. I'm going to finish at 9 a.m. if that's all right. I'll go for 2 hours. So we've got an hour left. There's plenty of other options for you at 9 a.m. when everyone else starts. Cunha potentially not start? Yeah, but I think the upside's there. I just don't trust the Newcastle midfielder minutes. Should I make transfers and confirm it? Depends if you're on your free hit or not. If you're on your free hit, you can. Why Clive instead of Iwobi? I think he's better. Lamel, he said no selfies. Fair enough. Well, you could take like a, like most people do when they see a celebrity, just take a sly picture of them. That's what I did. I was in the gym with I used to work in Northern Ireland, and I went to the gym in my hotel in Belfast, where they filmed Game of Thrones, and the Mountain was training in the gym, and lots of people were asking him for pictures, and I instead opted for a quick photo like that. That was what I did, and I got a great photo of him. And he didn't have a clue that I took one. But I think nowadays I'll probably wait for him to finish his session and then ask for a picture. How many minutes do you need to... What does that mean? I've considered Bowen. I had him in my team this morning, and he's not in my team anymore. Yeah, absolutely, Cathal. About 20 minutes ago, Evan Nilsson was in my team. Kai, look at my team. That's what I've done. I'm obviously going to tell you to do what I've done if it's your free hit. I like Wood. Did anyone wake up this morning with Wood in their team? I woke up this morning with Wood in my team. No, I didn't. I didn't. It wasn't in my team. Raul on pens and Clark. Yeah, exactly. I like the penalty takers in FPL, and I've got 6 of them. Are there any defenders in There's no defenders that take penalties, are there? Yeah, Crew Ploppy. We don't talk about the Europa Hotel. It was an option on the list, but I went for the Holiday Inn because it had... I can show you. I think I've showed this on stream before. I went for the Holiday Inn because you get the loyalty points. But, so, I used to stay in the Holiday Inn, right? And every year, it's something that they do in Belfast. I don't know. It's a historic thing. I try and get my words out. related to like the Battle of the Boyne, something like that. I was trying not to stammer. And they build bonfires basically because there's still the two factions in Northern Ireland. This is just facts. I'm not really producing political opinions here, but there are people who still want to be part of the Republic of Ireland and people who want to be part of the United Kingdom. There's more to it than that. I'm very much simplifying it, but they each build bonfires every year. So this is like 50 feet high. I mean, the hotel, that's the hotel I was staying in, by the way. And this thing's, what, 40, 50 feet high? Because you see a bloke on the top of it. And they set fire to each other's flags on these bonfires. And I was staying, while this thing was being built, I was staying in that room, and one of these rooms, and was told to go home because the hotel wasn't safe. So there you go. We're looking at Understow. I'll look at my team. What two would you say before I confirm free hit? You can just confirm your free hit and muck about with it, mate. That's what I'm doing. Well, why would I tell you to do... If I'm on my free hit, Sam, why would I tell you to do differently to what I'm doing? You know? I'm only going to tell you to pick my team because I have unlimited transfers, if that makes sense. So I'm going to tell you, if you want advice, look at my team first, I would say. I think I'll go for Danny Welbeck. Yeah, that's true. Who is your celebrity look? I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. I don't think I have a celebrity lookalike, to be honest. But yeah, I'd be open to suggestions if any of you have a lookalike for me. I don't know if I have a celebrity that looks like me. I'm open to hearing it, you know. Is Leno, Sessegnon, Trent, Aitnori, Barnes, Murphy? Yes, Paul. Yes, of course. We will do members' team reviews. Of course. Send me members. Send me your FPL ID if you want me to have a look at your team. This is a benefit you get as a member, by the way. So if you want to get your team reviewed now, consider putting in a super chat or joining as a member, and I will check out your teams. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the camera. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Vince McMahon. That's interesting. Rick Moranis. We'll Google these people after. Oh, are we doing free hits? Because I can't do a team review for a free hit, really. Because, Paul, you don't need to free hit here. I'll be honest. I'm looking at this team. Sorry for the graphics. I think you can survive by doing, like... What would I do here? Kirk Essing. I love it. Great. I love it. You can also start Reece James as well. I quite like the chance of starting Reece James. I like it. Lalix. We're going to Google these people, but I'm going to do it off screen in case you like tell me like someone I shouldn't be sharing. Yeah, if you're on your free hit, Lalix, I'm afraid I can't do a team review, really. But Paul, you're in a great position. That's a good fair point, actually. So about team reviews, I can only do team reviews if you're not on your free hit, because your free hit, I mean, could be anyone, right? And the tools that I can use to do oh, you got 10. Apologies, Alex. We'll go back to your team then. I must have missed it. 3121. Yeah, you can do. You can tweet me your free hit team. Go on, go FF. You do have 10. What's going on here? This doesn't look like your team. What is going on? There we go. Great team. You got 2 frees. You need to pick one player. I would probably do João Pedro to like Raul Jimenez or Welbeck, I reckon. I'd probably do that. I'd do João Pedro or Raul Jimenez. Sorry, João Pedro to Raul Jimenez or Welbeck. Do something like that. I've got to Google these celebrities now. Light skin. Oh, God. Right. Vince McMahon. I know what Vince McMahon looks like. Mad magazine. I'm going to Google that off screen. Oh, fantastic. Cheers, mate. I like that. That's good lookalike, isn't it? No, I can't copy the face. Pretty good. Rick Moranis. Who's that? I think you're showing your age there with the old Mad magazine, aren't you? Oh, yeah, that's not bad, actually. He does look a bit like Will from In-Betweeners, though, doesn't he? I'd say I look more like this guy, to be honest. We know what Carl from The Simpsons looks like. Let me scroll down the chat. It's a bit like the dude from Scream. This guy. Interesting. He's got good sideburns, to be fair. I'm open to celebrity suggestions. I don't think I have. I think I have that many, to be honest. Jai Richardson. I'll Google it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Oh. See a pair of specs. I'll take them off. I don't know. I feel like I look like a completely different person without my glasses on, to be fair. Yeah, I've been told I look like Lee Evans. I have been told that. That was my nickname in school. You've probably come across that before on my stream, actually. But yeah, I used to look like, especially as a younger child, I used to look like a comedian called Lee Evans. And people would, that was my nickname in school. I better show you what he looks like. He's a comedian, so he's not, I don't know. He's known for pulling some funny faces, let's say. What is it? That's Lee Evans. Yeah, I suppose I did. Didn't I? It's just the ears mainly. I was thinking about at one point getting my ears pinned back, but I think it's part of the charm in it. Tarkovsky is the spitting image of Lee Evans. That is true. Sorry, Juntao. It's only for members that we're doing team reviews, mate. Eddie Shoestring. I don't even know who that is. I feel a little bit more settled in my team now. Distracting myself by looking at celebrities, not thinking about my team, has made me a little bit more settled about it. Maybe that's some advice I could give to you. Rather than poking around with your FPL team for the next 3 hours, have a look at your celebrity lookalike. That'll take mine off things. Stan Laurel. Who is that? Oh, brilliant. That. Him. I don't know why I said that. That's harsh. I used to watch Laurel and Hardy, to be fair, with my grandparents. I used to really like that. Obviously, very iconic comedians. It was very funny as well, was old Laurel and Hardy. How many free transfers will I have next week? I think 2. 2 or 3. Maybe 3. I think it's 2. Bit of a reach. Just slightly. Just slightly. Who is your celebrity lookalike, Claudette, then? You're throwing that at me. Thoughts on Jota as a punt, or is that too much of a minute's risk? Yeah, too much of a minute's risk for me. I think it's 50-50 as to who starts out of him and Gakpo. I think it's 50-50. Kepa or Sarr? I go Kepa because Sarr was injured in the warm-up of the last game. No, he's a Google Eddie Shoestring. All right. Interesting. We rocking the tash, are we, Crew Ploppy? We rocking the tash. Oh, what is it? This laptop's been so frustrating. Have you done score predictions? We did, but we can do them again. I'll leave them on screen for a little bit. Jota starts 96.25%. Where's that come from? Of course, OGD Eng. We can have a look. Thank you very much for the super chat. 293966. I would buy, in your position, Cunha and Cunha, Kluivert. That's all you need to do. Just buy Cunha and Kluivert, I reckon. Oh, Tarkowski's injured as well. Cunha, Kluivert. What defender should you buy? What defender should you buy? What's draft hand say? Sessegnon, Aït-Nouri. I'll leave the defender up to you, but I would definitely buy Cunha and Kluivert. Defender, there's so many options that I think I'd leave that to you. But I'd definitely go Cunha and Kluivert in. Definitely do that. Hopefully that helps you, mate. Oh, you can't tell. I was sorry, I was looking at your team. Yeah, I was looking at your team, mate. Cunha and Kluivert, I think, would come in. And then the defender that replaces probably Tarkowski, I'm not sure. No idea, Sam. No idea, mate. I haven't got anything to justify it. My gut feeling, that's what it is. Maybe he takes some free kicks. Just, there's nothing really. I don't think there's anything to split the Newcastle defenders as options, really. Double Chelsea, good idea. I think double Newcastle is better. I think Newcastle are the most likely to keep a clean sheet this week, if you were to ask me. And don't worry if you've answered it. If I've answered it already, mate. I've been live for an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, so Charlotte, surely that puts him ahead of the other Newcastle midfielders, defenders that aren't on set pieces, you know? Anyone else think Gordon gets a start? I think there's a chance. That's why I just don't trust the Newcastle midfielders, because there's 3 for 2 positions, and I don't know who's going to start. My gut feel is that Murphy and Barnes start, and then depending on how the game goes, one of them gets subbed early for Gordon. Bench order for Kluivert, Sessegnon, and Nico Williams. Exactly that order. The order in the message. Cucurella or Kirkes? Well, mate, look at my team. Look at my team for the answer to that question. I don't know, Jintal. We will have to keep an eye on it. I don't know. We will find out. The early kickoff's Chelsea-Everton, so... Do you think Cunha will be benched? Interesting. Why do you think Cunha will be benched? I'm just going to ask you why. Is Welbeck a good option? Yeah, definitely. I'd go Palmer, Zach for me. No Sessegnon. He's on my bench. Should I -4? It depends who you're taking out. I think I'd take him in. I think I'd take a. I think I'd take a hit for a midfielder or a forward, but I wouldn't take one for a defender. Because if you take a hit for a defender, for it to be worth it, they have to get an attacker. Well, to get a hit, for it to be worth it for anyone, they have to get an attack in return, really. But I think they have to keep a clean sheet, basically, for the hit to be worth it, or get an assist. It would be crazy to drop Barnes for his form. Fair enough. What is Barnes looking like? Sorry, I've got a few other questions there, but I'm just going to check out Harvey Barnes a second. Whoa. I've been logged out. Hello. Hello. Something's happened. Hopefully, oh God. Hopefully I've not just been hacked. Bear with. Hang on. Hang on. We're in again. We're in again. I've got like a super, I've got a super secure password, so we're in again. That was a bit worrying, wasn't it? We were just looking at Harvey Barnes. No, I didn't leak my password. We're all good. I think that's good logic, Charlotte. For me, I just think he's their best player and he starts. No need to look at Harvey Barnes. Just do it. No comment, Claudette. Is that better than Clivert? My eyes are lighting up. They're not lighting up. Also triple Newcastle as it is. No, I'm going to stick with it. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm triple Newcastle. I'm sticking to it, mate. Twice as likely to get a goal or assist. Interesting. I'm sticking to my guns here. I'm sticking. I'm sticking. I'm sticking to my guns. And also, I think Newcastle have the best clean sheet odds. So I'm going double. Why Trent? He's not a short minutes, but he's on my bench, mate. Yeah, but they're about to play Man United. I completely appreciate that, Charlotte, but they're about to play Man United. Don't get the Palmer pick at all, so expect him to score a hat-trick. That's good logic to pick him, just in general, isn't it? You expect him to score a hat-trick? Well, you should pick him then. Come on, bro. I was just going to check Twitter a second as well. Sorry, just checking Twitter. What are the clean sheet odds? Let's have a quick look. Why did you change your mind about Bowen? I just did. There you go. Sorry, James. We just do team reviews for members. Also, James, if you're on your wildcard, on Tuesday, I made a wildcard draft video. So if you check out my channel, there is a wildcard draft video. Do you reckon there's any point bringing in a keeper for a -4? Depends who you're looking at bringing in. Who can you afford? Sanchez the GOAT. I wouldn't pick Sanchez. You can afford anyone. Who would I pick for the run-in? Why no Newcastle mid? Don't trust their minutes, mate. Gone for Clivert, who I think plays 90 and takes penalties. Alisson in goal? No, I don't. I don't trust his fitness record. I think he's leaving in the summer, and I think they'll have the league title wrapped up this weekend, I reckon. I think Juntao, I would start Kirkez of that lot. I'm playing wildcard next week, just a 1 week punt. I'll go for Nick Pope then. If you can get Nick Pope, I'll go for Nick Pope. Go for the goalkeeper I've got, mate. I would go for the goalkeeper that I've got. Do you not fancy Mbumo? No, I think Nottingham Forest part of the bus. He said you could have anyone, bro, but you can't have Pope. I'd consider Kepa as well, a little differential. But you have to, whoever you bring in, you have to back to keep a clean sheet, basically. Lasers, pew pew. I can't believe that. I was literally talking about Kepa as you sent that message. And also, the thing is with Alisson, he could be injured. Like, he gets injured so often now, and then you don't hear about it until Kelleher's just in the team. Very funny, Maguro. Do I start either Palmer, Iwobi, Clivert, or Mbumo? I'd probably start Palmer or Clivert out of those two. Probably Cunha, actually. Probably Cunha is the least nailed. But I still think he plays. Do you think Sessegnon starts? No idea. That's why he's third on my bench. I just don't know. I'd say he's got like a 50% chance of starting. I wouldn't pick double new Liverpool goalkeepers this week. They're playing Tottenham at home to win the league. You need attacking Liverpool players, in my opinion. It's got to be Kepa, mate, because he got injured in the warm up of the last game. I don't like Jacob Murphy's minutes. That's why I haven't got him at all. Welbeck instead of Cunha, yeah. I can't not have Cunha. I think Welbeck's good, but I can't not have Cunha. Yeah, Hugo, I've had that debate with myself this morning. I've had both in my team in the last hour and a half, and I've currently got Raul Jimenez in there. Oh, he's cleared to play, is he? I consider it then. I consider going Sarr. There we go. Jose Sarr he's back then. Thoughts on Kirkez? I like him. Yeah, I like him. Definitely pickable. He's on display against Man United because I think they'll try and sign him in the summer. Pope and Cucurella or Sanchez and Trippier? Pope and Cucurella. I mean, you can see my team, but I guess I do have Trippier as well. But yeah, I go Pope and Cucurella. Ipswich had no shots on target against Arsenal. There you go. They did also have 10 men, don't forget. Leif Davis, basically, with that stupid challenge, I think actually has confirmed Ipswich's relegation, really. It was pretty much dead and buried, but with that silly challenge on Saka, he basically relegated them, in my opinion. I think I'm going to go back to sleep after this stream. I'm so tired. I didn't really sleep all that well last night. Best combination at the back, mate. You can see my team. Check my team. That's the best combination at the back. For you, I'd probably go Leno and Livramento. Oh, excuse me. Yawning like a madman, aren't we? Little nap this morning might do me good, to be fair. Check what a couple of the FPL group chats I'm in are saying. No worries. Feels so wrong not to have a Newcastle winger. Buy-ups to get, yeah. Do you like Matoma? Sure. I just don't think he's as good as the lots of other options, but don't mind him. Yeah, there is a bit of a worry, but I think he's so good that you kind of have to have him. Isn't Fabian Schär like a doubt? I heard he was a doubt. Could do Schär. Thoughts on Strand Larsen versus Jimenez? Well, I've gone for Jimenez, but I do think it's close. Strand Larsen is one of like the 3 or 4 other strikers you could pick, basically. -4 to get Guardiola out and someone that will play, or just leave him to get 0 and go again next week. Yeah, I'd probably leave him, mate. I'd probably leave him. I'd stick with 10. Yeah, I'd stick with 10. I'd stick with 10, mate. Take a -4 with 10. 4-10, sorry. Yeah, there's projected scoring odds. It's that good old honest Eddie Howe from his press conference, isn't it? I don't think Chris was being overlooked. He was in my free hit draft video. Although I've changed it. Exactly lasers Pupius for 1 week. And he's on penalties. Well, he is. He is. Eddie Howe is a liar. That has been proven in the past that he is a liar. Unfortunately. 8 players playing. Bench boost and free hit left. I'm chasing ranks. Want to win my mini league. And I currently stand. I just free hit. It's. How many free transfers do you have? Because if you have 2 free transfers, I'd consider using them this week to get 10. If you have 3, I'd try and get 11. And then I'd use my free hit in Gameweek 37. Someone answered John. No one knows, mate. Cunha isn't. I don't get it. Fancy Trent to start. I'm 60% that he plays. That's just not enough for me. Yeah, like 60% that he starts. Oh, God. Adnan, you ask me that every week. I'm not going to answer that again. You got to be more inventive with your questions. Although, I'll respect Hal because he did have pneumonia and he's been in hospital. But he has lied in press conferences, so yeah. Excuse me. 8 players playing. Bench boost free hit left. I just answered your question, mate. I literally just answered your question. Do you think one Newcastle defender is essential? Yeah. I think they got the best clean sheet odds, mate. I'm going to sit back a little bit if that's all right. Are you a Newcastle fan, Claudette, by the way? With all the Harvey Barnes in Newcastle love you've given? Why no Barnes or Murphy? Minutes, mate. Don't trust their minutes. I think one of them gets subbed early for Gordon. I don't know who it is. And I think all 4 of my midfielders are better this week. You reckon Bruno will start this week? Possibly, yeah. I don't know. I don't feel I have any real level of certainty about it, but probably does. It's Raul Jimenez is the Fulham penalty taker, mate. Should be. You're an Arsenal fan. I didn't know. Did I know that? You winning the Champions League then? What about Alisson in goal? Yeah, could do it. I just prefer Pope. Because I prefer him, Chandelier, and I think the fixture's better. Kluivert versus Man United at home is better than Mbumo versus Forest away for me. Thoughts on Welbeck on free hit? Yeah, I like it. Am I crazy going with Fernandez? Yeah, a little bit, but you could do worse. I had a vision just then. I had a vision where I swapped Luis Diaz to Harvey Barnes. I had a vision where I swapped Luis Diaz for Harvey Barnes. I'm not sure how to feel about it. Not completely locked, no, Philip. It's between him and Trent. Him and Trent are the 2 for that spot. I like Sessegnon, but I don't think his minutes are strong enough to start him. Clean sheet odds got him here, mate. There you go. Which goalkeeper to choose done that? Is Barnes going to start? I think he starts, but then it's a question of how many minutes does he play. Agbadou. He started his first game for Wolves against Bristol City, did Agbadou, and he was absolutely terrible. He was terrible. I think he's improved a bit, but yeah, he was pretty rubbish against us. Fair enough, Senor Penor. It reminds me a little bit of was it last year? Almiron. Morning, top 10 travel, mate. I hope you're keeping well. I did say I'd do team reviews at 150 likes, but if everyone's on their free hit, I'm not going to be able to see your team. Yeah. I think for me, it's double Newcastle defence and not to go for Harvey Barnes. Or because it's between. Why am I thinking? I'm thinking too much. Now I'm thinking of going for Trent instead of Trippier and Barnes instead of Diaz. Did you snooze through the quiz? You did miss the quiz. Have you been sleeping on stream, have you? I feel like I'm about to fall asleep as well, to be fair. Interesting. We got a few non-chip team reviews. How many likes are we on? $132. Well, let's see if we can get some more likes and then I'll do some team reviews. There are so many good players this week that it all depends on luck. Yeah, I agree. Bro's got Sanchez in goal. 3:42 a.m. What are you doing up at 3:42 a.m., Claude, there? Go to bed, man. Yeah, I like the team, Ben. Fair enough, lasers. I don't know, Avishek. Oh, no. My stream crashed. Hopefully it was still live. Yeah, it was still live. My stream crashed. Hopefully we still up. Yeah, we're up. We're all good. All right, okay. I just don't know how you can't pick this front three. No. I think Evan Nilsson and Welbeck instead of Raul Jimenez are the other two options. You could maybe work out how to break the game so you can have 4 strikers. Hi, Adam. Percentage chance 40. 40%. I might sleep through the deadline, to be fair. I think I need a nap. I'm racing tomorrow, and I think one of the important things for me to do is get sleep. So I'm going to try and get some more sleep, I think, after the stream. You know, like when your alarm wakes you up and you just feel like your sleep is incomplete. That's how I felt this morning. Yeah, we got Leeds on Monday, mate. It was meant to be Saturday, meant to be today, but they moved it because of telly to Monday. And then we've got next week we've got Preston at home on Saturday. I'm looking forward to that. Also going to next week I'm going to a day party as well. So yeah, I've got deadline stream, day party. No, deadline stream, Bristol City, final game of the season, and then a day party, day rave. So we'll see how that goes. Ipswich concede down left flank. Yeah, exactly. He ain't playing today. He's banned. It's a rave, but it happens in the daytime, mate. It's quite a good idea, actually. You go out at 2 p.m. and you're home at like 8 or 9. It's great. Cheers, top 10 travel. Good evening from Australia. Good day, mate. I'm thinking drop Isak, go Cunha, Welbeck, Evan Nilsson. Fair enough, Claudette. I'm not sure why you pick Fabian Schär. I just don't think it's worth it. But I can see the other players definitely. Definitely. I feel sorry for you living in Canada that you have to do it at that time as well. Yeah, actually, Clivert is more locked for me than Diaz. If you look at the odds, the answer to that question is yes, Kurt. But my gut feeling is that Southampton score. I don't know if he's still here, Daniel, but we do have a viewer who lives in Thailand at the moment. I hope you have a great time in Thailand, mate. Am I a donor if I bench Palmer? Bro, you're like 1K overall, if I remember rightly. So do what you like, man. You should start a YouTube channel and give people advice, I reckon. I'm very jealous, Daniel. Just make sure you don't have drinks with ice cubes in them and don't drink the tap water. Because you'll come close to dying if you do that, as I've done. Where are you guys watching from? Where's that top 10 travel? Singapore? It's not Singapore, is it? Mike's in Alaska. Massive. I've been watching, I don't know what his name is on YouTube, but I've had a load of shorts recommended to me on YouTube that are a guy wild camping in Alaska. I don't know his name, but it's great. Alaska, Finland, Miami, Portugal. You'd have a good YouTube channel, I reckon, Ben. I think it'd help your journalism career as well. Just saying. Oh, Lee with the Barnes propaganda. We'll see, mate. We'll see. You think Barnes is more likely to return than Isak? I'm not sure. I don't know if it is the Outdoor Boys. I don't know. I don't know the name. They're all like repurposed shorts from his videos. Just a stone's throw from Old Trafford. Yeah, I think Cunha starts. And it's Vitor Pereira as well. I think it's the manager. Got Namibia. Love that. Isak isn't getting any service. Fair enough. Selfish players in FPL are good though. I like a selfish player in FPL. I like a Cunha. Cunha's quite selfish, and I quite like him. Got a real feeling about Matoma. Right. Could you imagine at the start of the season if you were looking at starting Matoma over Cole Palmer? Who's locked? Ain't Nori, Salah, Cunha and Isak. That's about it. I don't think I'm going to change it. Yeah, I'm not worried about Barnes benched. I'm worried about him being subbed. I'm worried about him getting an early sub. Is Cucurella locked in? Close. Trent's obviously there as well. Leno or Sarr? If he's fit, Sarr. Not on free hit. but we'll bring in a striker for Mateta. Wood or Wissa in? I'd go Wissa. I think I'd go Wissa. No, actually Wood, because he's got a chance for double. I'd go Chris Wood. I'd go Chris Wood. Best assistant manager. Maybe Thomas Frank. 150 likes. Mega. I'll do, because there'll probably be a small amount of managers not on your free hit. So it only works this if you're not on your free hit. All right. I'll do 3 team reviews because of the time we got left. Yeah, I've only got 2. Look at that. No one's interested. We got baked. Finish up baked. Everyone's on free hit, it would appear. Your assistant manager's active. Interesting. Yeah, I'd go Thomas Frank. I don't know who your assistant manager is currently. I'd go Thomas Frank, and then I would... I'd probably get Clivert in. No, I get Cunha in. I get Cunha in for Mateta. And then you're going to have to go with 8, I think. Cunha in for Mateta, and then I'd consider a hit for someone like Clivert, Barnes, Palmer, someone like that. That's what I'd do there. Cheers. I'll check out the odds in a sec. Owen? 4, 2, 5, 9, 6, 4, 7. Saka for Mbumo, Sarr to Alanga, and Marmoush to Raul. Like it. Yeah, I would consider Cunha instead of Raul Jimenez just for longer term, I think. But I don't mind it. I think that makes sense. I like the moves. And finally, baked. 265 179. That'd be why he's called Bake. He's Daniel Baker. 1 free transfer. I'd do 2 it. I'd bring Cunha in, and I'd bring a midfielder in. Someone like Palmer, someone like Barnes, someone like Clivert. That's what I'd do. I'd probably go Clivert and Cunha in for Mateta and Sarr. If you can do that. Oh, bloody hell. I'm tired. Hope so. I'm only going to be live for another 10 minutes or so. 5 more minutes of the stream, and then we'll close up shop. I think I'm going to go back to bed, to be honest. I'm knackered. Probably do it another couple hours. Or Rob, you've joined at a good time. I'd go Palmer. I'd go Palmer. MOTM, yeah, I think Trent on the bench because I'm just not sure about his minutes. Everyone else in this team, I believe, will start. Drop a like, you bums. Fantastic. There you go. You got the wrath of Claudette if you don't. Yeah, probably got quite a few people from South Africa in the chat usually. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit tired today. Drop a bum you likes, indeed. Are we all concerned? I absolutely am. That's why he's third on my bench, mate. Fair enough, Owen. I don't like planning a transfer to immediately make another one, though. That's something I am against. I don't think that's a good idea. Just my opinion, though. Just got to text me parents a sec. Bear with. I forget. Is that possible, do you reckon, Ben? I think they're done, to be honest. We'll try. I'll try. I think they're done, though, mate. I don't think it will come back. They're already talking about FPL on Sky Sports, aren't they? Yeah, I'd agree with that, Rob. I think Trent's got more expected minutes, in my opinion, than Sessegnon, though. The thing that puts me off Sessegnon is he's been playing on the wing, and both Harry Wilson and Adama Traore are back. So I think they may be preferred. I don't think there's a justification to pick Nicholas Jackson ahead of Cunha. I just don't think there's a strong enough case. Thank you, Top 10 Travel. I appreciate it. Trippier versus Livramento. Yeah, well, you go for the one I picked. Rob T's got new data. Let's have a look then. Let's finish off with some new Rob T data, and then I think I'm going to go back to sleep. Markets have warmed on Chelsea projected goals and clean sheet odds, eh? So yeah, Newcastle, this is even more updated now. So Newcastle are on 50% to keep a clean sheet. Chelsea 42, Wolves 40, Liverpool 38, Fulham 38. Wood 7th. But yeah, my front three of these at Raul Cunha is better. I would look at getting Mbumo in if you don't have Mbumo down. I'd look at getting Chris Wood in. Evan Nilsson, Clivert, players like that. I've done a wildcard draft video. So if you check out the wildcard draft video, you probably get some inspiration. Why not play Trent? Because I'm not sure how many minutes he's going to get, mate. And on that note, I think we're at 9 a.m, aren't we? We are. I think that's me, guys. I think that's me. I am absolutely knackered. So I think I'm going to go back to bed for a couple hours, to be honest, and then go and have some lunch. I'm racing tomorrow, so I'm going to have a video out tonight. So that'll happen, normal as usual. And then, what else am I going to do? Tomorrow, my videos, not sure. It depends what time the competition finishes, because there's no like set time for when it finishes. And unfortunately, I'm in the second to last heat of the very last event, so I'm there the whole time. So I will try and get a video out tomorrow. It might be more transfer plans than ultimate guide. I'm away with work on Monday, and it also means I won't be able to live stream tomorrow either. So yeah, there'll just be a video tonight and a video tomorrow in that case. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you everyone for joining. We had apparently according to this, we had 5,306 people tune in this morning, which is absolutely incredible. And I'm very, very grateful. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please leave us a like rating before you go. And yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you, Claudette. I hope you sleep well too. Harry's army went out last night. You can watch the stream back if you want, mate. I'm signing off now. I'll see you later. Oh, we've switched to the wrong screen. Look at that. We switched to the waiting screen. Hang on, we'll do it again. There you go.